You think you know prison. You think you've seen horror. What I lived through makes Alcatraz look like a daycare. My name is Timothy C. Bowden. I'm the only known survivor of Knife Gates, an underground prison created off the books by a millionaire. Used to be an inmate. They called it rehabilitation. It was hell with walls. There were no shot callers, no politics, no hope, just knives. Every inmate was issued a blade, sharpened, personalized, and mandatory. There were no family visits, no phone calls, no daylight, just screams echoing through the black corridors and blood staining the cold concrete. And when the riot exploded, I ran, but freedom meant crossing the jungle, a jungle cursed by every nightmare known to man. Let me tell you exactly how I survived every sick, brutal second. Chapter 1, Knife City. The floors were always wet, not with water, with blood, piss, spit, sometimes brains. At Knifegate, sleep was suicide. You either kept your back to a wall or woke up with a shank in your neck. The food was one egg, one bread, no water until 11 a.m. The smell of rot lived in your nose. Rats chewed toes. Spiders the size of a grown man's hand crawled across your face at night. There were no cells for safety. You were caged with killers, mob bosses, outlaws, predators. One inmate wore a necklace of fingers. Another never spoke, just sharpened his blade and stared at people. Then came the riot. It wasn't planned. Chaos has no schedule. A scream, a shank, a guard stabbed in the throat, and then it spread like wildfire. First screams, blades, blood. I ran through the fog of madness, found a service door, kicked it open, and stepped into darkness, into the jungle. Chapter 2. The jungle knows no mercy. The air was wet, thick, alive. Every breath choked of humidity and fear. I had a 17-inch blade, sharpened on bone and concrete. The jungle didn't care. It tested me. First, the black bear. It came roaring through the bush. Its jaws was wide, eyes wild. I had seconds. I slid under its paw, slashed upward, blood spread. The knife sank into its neck. The bear howled. I stabbed again, again, and again. It collapsed on me. I screamed beneath its weight, covered in blood. That night, I skinned it, ate its heart, built a fire with broken branches, and lit it using a snapped wire and dry grass. Then came the snake, 60 feet of scales and rage. It wrapped around a tree thicker than a bus. Its tongue tasted the air, flickering towards me. I waited, prayed. When it struck, I dove to the side, sliced at its neck. The knife hit bone. I roared. I rolled, stabbed again, deeper. Black blood poured. It twisted, slammed me against a tree. I screamed. My ribs cracked. I stabbed again, this time through its eyes. It died. I killed it. I survived. Then I ate the snake. Chapter 3, Monsters of the Green. Sleep came. I woke to sounds and whispers. Then the gorillas, massive, black as night. One led the pack, silverback, eyes burning red. It charged. I had no time. It grabbed me, roared in my face, threw me down. I rolled, sliced upward. The knife jammed into its eye. Blood sprayed all over me. It stumbled. I stabbed again and again and again, and then it collapsed. The tribe watched. They didn't attack. They circled the body, then they backed away. I limped until I passed out. When I woke, I was surrounded by villagers, real people, dark skinned, painted faces. They all cleaned my cuts, poured potions on my scars. One fed me roots, another whispered prayers. I told them that I was lost. They nodded. One day later, they led me to a road. A truck came, then the news, then the world. I told my story, and now you're reading it. This is Knifegate, the book that should never exist. Written by Timothy C. Bowden. Wow, that was a crazy book. Hope you liked it. God bless.